Republic of Macedonia at Eurovision 2015. His song is called Autumn Leaves. You guys, do you want to jump in those leaves and splish splash around?
I'm not so sure. I mean, it's not bad, absolutely not. But it's kind of average song, and I still think the Macedonian version is better. In the national final, I thought that his voice was kind of bad, but I saw him live in Amsterdam, and I was like, oh, it's really good right now. So I don't know if it was the sound in the studio or something, but this time it was really, really good, and I have really high hopes now. And maybe he'll go through to the finals after seeing this, but still, the song itself is kind of average.
Agreed. Obviously, being in Australia, I haven't had the opportunity to see him live, but I've seen plenty of videos of him singing live, and I'm pretty impressed with his live vocal. I think he sounds great. The only downside is that the song just kind of stays a little flat for me, kind of the entire time. It doesn't really build into anything kind of exciting. I was waiting for that hook to kind of grab me, and it never came, and just like, I think it's an all right effort considering the past couple of years from FYR Macedonia, you know, Esma and Lozano from 2013 and Tiana from last year. I think this is quite a significant improvement, and I would like to see this qualify. I think it's a decent effort on their part.
You see, Daniel is a big star, you know, in that region. You know, so you've got Serbia on his side, you've got pretty much all the ex-Yugoslav republics, and slightly beyond, you know, into the Balkans. He's a big deal. In addition to that, his song, I've just realised, is perhaps one of the most radio-friendly entries of the year. In addition to that, the good thing about his song is that it has the potential for Mika Newton's Ukraine 2011, where it just sits on average, but with good staging could really transform into something magical. And I think the video gives us a good glimpse of that. I don't think this is bad. This is very Ryan Tedder, radio friendly, you know, let's plug it on the airwaves. However, Eurovision is very cutthroat. You've only got 3 minutes to court viewers and voters to the phone. You don't have time to mess about. William?
It's a good point, the staging. People have talked about how Mon Zelmerlov has a better stickman, but in some ways, I actually quite like Daniel's animated drawing from the video because it's more simple, it's more natural, more like, I guess you could say authentic. It's less polished, and that makes it really appealing. And it fits with the song because the song, I don't feel like it's overproduced or there's not too much going on. It's like simple. It's like, but that's a good thing. It's not an insult. And it is radio friendly. I was listening to the chorus this morning at breakfast, and like every time the chorus comes on, I would start moving. It falls on the ears very naturally, very easily.
And it's very drive time.
I'm sorry, very what?
It's very drive time.
Yes, get me in that car if Daniel is singing. It's so friendly, and I think that we can't underestimate that. And, you know, Devin brings up another good point, that this guy is a star. He is seasoned. He won X Factor Adria, the biggest, you know, TV talent show in the region. He's not going to buckle under pressure at all. I'm having positive feels about this. I was really skeptical about whether this could qualify initially, but it's really growing on me.
And the thing is, he won X Factor Adria, but he also won his stripes to represent former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia at the Eurovision Song Contest. So he's not just winning from there and then being internally selected. He's fenced off other potential really good participants for this Eurovision participation. So he's won twice. I think that we shouldn't dismiss this until we see the staging and finally see what their vision is. I think this could be a real dark horse, a real wow entry.
Do you guys have any, and this goes to Denise, any reservations? Is there anything he needs to improve or work on, or that might hurt him?
Yeah, there was one thing, when he was performing it live, he was like, yes, like this, and I don't know, like some kind of hip hopper, or I don't know. And I was like, oh, this looks really weird. You're singing like a ballad or a slow song, and you are dancing like that. No, it doesn't suit. So I really want him to improve that. It doesn't need a dancing routine or something, no, but not hip hop skills. Please don't do that.
It's 3 words. Fire the stylist. It was like
Yeah.
hobo R&B chic realness. He had on this hat. He had on some dirty clothes. Because we interviewed him in the day, and he looked amazing. Like, he was all suave and debonair. And then that evening, I'm sorry, that needed to go. Josh.
I don't know, like, I feel like there's not much he can change in his live performance that will make me like the song more, because we're relying on his vocals here, and we already know that he's nailing that portion of the song. It's not like he can change the melody in any way, which is what's lacking for me personally. So I think it's fine as it is. I don't think I'd change anything right now.
Right, well, why don't we go around and give our scores out of 10 with a
First
forecast?
of all, before we do the ranking, I mean, Denise, I've counted. She has 37 songs in her final. She's always going, I think this will make the final. 37 songs. There are only 40 entries, and literally overbooked the final right now.
It's Eurovision. Anything can happen. So we might have 40 songs in the finals.
We will be filming a separate video on our predictions for who will make the final, so stay tuned on Wee Vlogs. Now, let's go around and give our scores out of 10, starting with Denise.
It's an average song, so it deserves an average score, 6.5.
I'm giving this song a 6 out of 10. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's good. It's fine.
Reserving the right to raise my score later on, based on what I've seen so far, I'm giving this a 6.5.
I think y'all are spot on. I'm giving this a 6 as well. It's not my favorite. It's not my least favorite. If it makes it, I'll be happy. If it doesn't,